You don't need to chase money. You just need to remember you are the current it flows through. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract money, opportunities, and flow? While you, despite being educated, hardworking, and careful with planning, still feel like money slips through your fingers. The journey to attracting wealth doesn't begin with budgets, spreadsheets, or financial courses. It begins with faith in yourself, with the realization that you are a broadcasting tower of energy, and the universe is simply responding to your signal. It's time to step off the hamster wheel, the endless loop of surviving without ever truly living. It's time to pause and ask, what am I broadcasting? Because you cannot draw in millions while fearing lack. You cannot open the gates to wealth while whispering, it's probably not for me. Here's the truth. You've always had everything you need, but it's time to rewrite your inner language, from the vibration of lack to the frequency of abundance, from anxiety to deep gratitude. So today, stop judging yourself. Take a deep breath and imagine this. If money were a river, you are not a fragile boat struggling in the waves. You are the river. Money has never left you. It's simply waiting for you to remember who you are. And in the next section, I'll reveal one of the secrets that has transformed the financial lives of thousands, what Florence Scovel Shin called the power of the spoken word. Because your words aren't just sound, they are living vibrations, resonant frequencies. And when you learn how to speak from the soul, each word becomes $1 million gateway. You're not wrong, you're not lacking, and you're definitely not alone. You've simply forgotten that money isn't something you have to chase. It's a byproduct, a physical echo of the frequency you emit. The universe doesn't respond to statements like, I need money, I'm afraid I won't make it, or I'm trying my best. Even though these thoughts seem harmless, they actually broadcast a vibration of lack of fear, scarcity, and resistance. The universe listens only to what you truly believe in silence, and what you believe becomes mirrored back to you, in your reality, in your bank account, in the doors that open or remain closed. Florence Scovel Shin, a woman who awakened the world to the law of attraction a century ago, once said, "The universe never says no, it only waits for your agreement." What is agreement? It means dropping the doubt, releasing the need for proof, and no longer speaking the language of worry. It means living as if what you desire is already true and speaking as if your words are a decree. Have you ever cried listening to a song without lyrics? Not because the melody was extraordinary, but because it felt like something inside your soul was being soothed. The real question is, what do you believe is possible for you? Do you truly believe you can be wealthy, peacefully, ethically, and with soul alignment? Or are you still overworking, striving, but deep down, a part of you feels unworthy? Money doesn't reward effort, it reflects alignment. Many believe, the harder I work, the more I deserve. But that's the old world talking. In the energetic world, it's not effort that matters, it's resonance. Wealth doesn't reward suffering. It doesn't come to those who burn out. It comes to those who are in harmony. Imagine this. One person meditates each morning, feels gratitude, opens their heart, stays grounded, and opportunities arrive, unexpected income, aligned clients, graceful abundance. That's not your ears listening. That's your soul. Meanwhile, someone else works 16-hour days, constantly stressed and doubting, yet money stays elusive. The $1 million frequency is not out there. It lives within you. You don't need to become someone else to be wealthy. You just need to return to your true self, the version not buried by fear, failure, or criticism. You were born with the original code of prosperity, like a child who never questions. Do I deserve love? They just know they do. And so do you. It's not about how to make money. It's about whether you've allowed yourself to broadcast the frequency yet. Can you remember the moments you believed everything was possible? A sudden idea that lit you up, a sincere compliment that made you expand, a morning full of sunlight that made your heart float. In those moments, you weren't trying. You were simply broadcasting the frequency of abundance. That was your wealth vibration. Wealth isn't a future dream. It's a soul memory. Imagine yourself as a radio. Wealth, true wealth, works the same way. When you dial into the frequency of prosperity, you don't have to make anything happen. The sound just flows. But if you keep tuning to anxiety, guilt, and self-doubt, no matter how high the volume, all you'll get is static. So don't ask, what do I need to do to get more money? Ask instead, what am I broadcasting every day? Does my frequency match abundance? Try this right now. Pause. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Whisper, I don't need to chase money. I only need to return to my natural frequency. It doesn't come from numbers, not your bank balance, not gold real estate or luxury cars. It comes from frequency, an inner vibration you're constantly broadcasting through every thought, emotion, and word you speak. What do you feel? Warmth, calm, lightness, excitement. That feeling, that's the place you return to daily. You're not alone. If something inside you is stirring like a vague remembrance, know this: you're not alone. Thousands are waking up to a new way of living where money is no longer a burden, but a tool of love, expansion, and healing. And you're being invited. Leave your energetic imprint. If you've read this far, don't walk away in silence. Type in the comments, I choose to remember the prosperity frequency within me. Each comment you write isn't just a share. It's a ripple of resonance lifting others and lifting you. What frequency are you tuned to? Imagine your mind as a radio tower. If you're broadcasting anxiety about money, how can you receive the signal for easeful prosperity? One final secret from Florence: words are not just sound. They are energetic commands. The words you speak daily are quietly designing your financial reality. And in the next section, I'll reveal Florence's greatest art: how to use words like a magic wand, turning invisible vibration into visible abundance. If you're ready, get ready for a miraculous journey where every sentence you speak becomes a spell. If you're sending out doubt, fear, guilt, how can financial miracles even find you? Florence Scovel Shin said, you do not attract what you want. You attract what you believe is possible. So the question isn't, do you want more money? Everyone does. Have you ever stood in front of a mirror, looked into your own eyes and said, I deserve to be wealthy, abundant, and overflowing? Now try this instead. Money flows to me like a stream winding through my being. You're now broadcasting openness, ease, and movement. That's not delusion. That's magnetic alignment. 10 spoken affirmations that can rewire your financial destiny. Here are 10 powerful phrases to recite each morning designed to reshape your financial reality. I am the channel for millions to flow through. I welcome abundance with joy and worthiness. My words are divine commands shaping reality. I do not beg, I know I am worthy. All good things arrive at the perfect time in perfect ways. Every word I speak opens a door to money. Money is irresistibly drawn to my gratitude. If you haven't, you're missing out on one of the most powerful tools for manifesting miracles. I reject fear and embrace trust. I give generously and abundance returns multiplied. Prosperity is the divine link between me and the universe. These aren't just sentences. They are vibrational commands radiating into your cell's environment and life path. Why do some affirmations work instantly while others don't? Many read these lines, nod, and feel they're just nice phrases. But here's how to turn them into soul-deep declarations. 1. Speak them aloud, not just in your mind. The vibration of sound activates a deeper response from your energetic field. 2. The word "and" is a magical connector. Saying I deserve wealth and love unblocks inner conflict, like if I get rich, I'll lose love, or success comes with loneliness. 3. Be consistent. You can't override years of scarcity thinking with one affirmation. Say them while brushing your teeth, drinking water, watching the sunrise, or falling asleep. Let them become your second breath. Emotion plus words, manifestation. Try saying I am the $1 million frequency. Now say it in 2 ways. Every word you speak, whether out loud or whispered in your mind, is a command sent into the universe, demanding a response aligned with the exact frequency you emit. Flatly, without emotion, I am the frequency of money. Or with heart and soul, I am the $1 million frequency. In the second version, your whole being receives the message. That's when the universe must respond. If you feel a stirring in your chest, that's the frequency beginning to rise. You are not alone in this practice. There is a growing global community awakening to a new paradigm. No more work hard to earn money. Instead, realizing money is simply energy awaiting alignment. Type this in the comments. I choose to shape millions with my words. Each comment becomes a vibrational pulse that connects you to others on the same frequency. You've just discovered the power of inner speech. Now you know your internal voice can rewrite your financial world. But why do some people speak affirmations and feel nothing, while others say it once and their reality shift? In the next section, we'll unlock the art of balance between belief action and frequency. You won't just say million-dollar affirmations. You'll begin to live them minute by minute, even if the millions haven't arrived in your hands yet. Words are not just sound, they're energy carriers. If your frequency is an invisible wave, then your words are how that wave enters reality. Would you like me to start that next section now? Florence Scovel Shin once said, "By your words, you are either condemned or set free." A fearful sentence plants the seed of doubt, but a steady, hope-filled affirmation unlocks the impossible. From illusion to magic words that shape worlds, picture this. You're going about your day and say aloud, "Money is as hard to earn as climbing Everest." That phrase becomes your frequency. Suddenly, everything feels stuck. Why do I keep affirming abundance, but the money still hasn't arrived? Maybe you've asked this question over and over, sometimes as a quiet, sad whisper, sometimes as a scream of frustration. They don't realize they've just cut off the signal they broadcasted. They're like someone flicking a light switch on and off, disrupting the flow of electricity. And the universe, with infinite intelligence, only responds to the strongest, clearest signals. Not chaos, not mixed messages. On the other hand, some people are silent. They don't recite 50 affirmations daily, but they live the frequency. Every choice, action, and reaction quietly declares, "I know I am prosperous." No proving, no forcing, just being. And the miracles come gently like a breeze. Florence Scovel Shin once said, "No one can paint a masterpiece without a consistent brushstroke." You can't create a rich life if your inner world is fragmented. Words must flow from emotion. Emotion must flow from belief. And belief must wrap around you like a second skin every single day. You've declared that you are worthy. You've repeated million-dollar mantras. Emotion, the heart of all affirmation. Or remember, the universe doesn't hear your words. It hears the frequency of your feelings. You could say, "I deserve to be rich." But if your heart holds anxiety, guilt, or childhood echoes of money is bad, or wealth is sinful, your words are empty shells. Try this instead. Close your eyes. Place a hand on your heart. Speak slowly. "I am worthy. I was chosen to live in abundance." If you feel a warm throb in your chest, if your spine shivers lightly, that's your body syncing up with the million-dollar frequency. Hold that feeling. Nurture it. Even if the outer world hasn't changed, you have. The mirror your frequency reflection tool. Yes, you use a mirror each morning to fix your hair, but from today, use it to realign your energetic identity. Look straight into your eyes and say, "But your bank account remains empty." No miracle has knocked on your door. I am the current of abundance. I do not beg. I do not wait. I am wealth revealed. At night before sleep, whisper, "No matter what happened today, I still carry the million-dollar light within me." Do this for 7 days, not to test if it works, but to build a new energetic circuit in your subconscious. A circuit wired with unshakable faith in your own abundance. The Frequency Journal. Recalibrate your reality. If you're truly serious about this journey, start writing daily. When did I feel most prosperous today? When did I fall into worry? Why? What did I say that dropped my frequency? What helped me return to light? Writing is more than reflection. It's commitment. It grounds vibration into physical form. When you write, "I hold the million-dollar frequency always." Here's the truth. Words alone are never enough if they stand alone. You're not just reminding yourself, you're sending a clear, powerful signal to the universe. Resonance. You are not alone. When you maintain a stable frequency, you'll naturally start attracting those just like you. Someone smiles at you while you're glowing. An old friend texts you with a new opportunity. A video like this finds you at the perfect time. That's not coincidence. That's the universe whispering, "You are not walking alone." Now imagine this, thousands of us holding the million-dollar frequency together. We'd create a vibrational field so strong money, love, healing, and miracles would flood this earth. Now, one final question. You now understand speaking is not enough. You must live it, feel it, hold it. You're no longer chasing wealth. You're the transmitter. But to unlock the next level, where you not only hold frequency, but become a true money magnet. In a universe where everything operates on frequency, words are merely the door to vibration. But if behind that door lies doubt, worry, or chaotic energy, then the universe cannot deliver your blessings. You must open your heart to receive. How do you receive fully? Not just speak, but absorb, so that abundance doesn't just knock. It moves in and stays. That is exactly what I'll reveal in part 4. where you and the universe become co-creators in an infinite dance of prosperity. Why? Because it requires a stable, coherent, and consistent point of reception. That point is called alignment. Alignment when words match a lifestyle. Have you ever heard someone say in the morning, "I am the $1,000,000 frequency," only to complain 2 hours later, "I'm broke," or "money disappears so fast"? No more struggle, only openness remains. You've learned to transmit the $1,000,000 frequency through a still mind, an open heart, and words that align. You've learned to believe in your worth and stay tuned to the high vibration where good things arrive effortlessly. I am ready to receive all that flows from my energy. Just a few weeks later, unexpected partnership emails, interview invitations, and small income streams began flowing in. No pressure, no force, just synchronicity. The true block is not the world. It's the sentence you silently repeat, "I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough yet. Would anyone really pay for this?" Each time you echo those doubts, even for a moment, you shut the gate to abundance. Florence Scovel Shin once said, "Words are not just sounds, they are energetic commands." If you say "I'm not ready," the universe simply nods and retreats. But the journey doesn't stop at belief. But if you say, even with trembling breath, "I don't know where it will come from, but I choose to believe I am worthy," that's when the current begins to change. Receiving is not just about money, it's about opening the door to everything. Don't limit your miracles to one form. Wealth may arrive as an unexpected email from a friend with a wild new opportunity, a compliment that reminds you of your true worth, a powerful idea whispered during your quiet morning, a helping hand exactly when you needed it, a wave of emotion that inspires you to give only to receive tenfold. The final step, and the one most people miss, is this: receiving isn't counting cash. It's living in a constant state of grateful readiness, as if every breath you inhale is already a miracle. So how do you practice receiving each day? 1. Morning. Speak to the universe before you check your phone. Place a hand on your heart, close your eyes and whisper, "I allow all that is good to come to me." No analysis, no to-do list, just permission. 2. During the day, notice the small gifts. Did someone let you cut in line? Did a stranger thank you? Did someone invite you to lunch out of nowhere? Write them down. Feel them deeply. These tiny moments are signs your receiving channel is open. 3. Evening. Connect to the unseen. Before bed, whisper, "Receiving. I receive unseen support and perfect orchestration." Imagine a gentle force smoothing out your life, rearranging things so you can rest, be loved, and be guided. If you smiled reading this, you're remembering something ancient. You don't need to chase, you only need to open. Write it below, not just a comment, but a vibrational decree. "I open my hands to receive the miracles of life." Every word you type is a signal, a frequency. It resonates not only with others, but with the highest version of you. Soon you'll ask yourself, "I've aligned, I've tuned my frequency, I've opened myself to receive. Now how do I make sure the abundance stays?" A beautiful question, and one that marks the shift from attracting to embodying. In the next part, you'll discover the secret of holding energy, the key to turning wealth into your new default state, how to not only receive, but to retain the $1,000,000 frequency like a lingering sacred scent. Receiving is not passive, it's active vibration. Receiving doesn't mean sitting still and waiting for money to fall from the sky. Are you ready? If yes, right. I'm ready for wealth to become my natural state. And I'll see you in the next part, where you'll no longer learn how to receive, but live as someone who's always had it. It's an energetic state where you soften, surrender, and stop gripping onto the old, and instead say a bold yes to what is new. My friend Cecilia once said she began to feel $1,000,000 not through a number, but through a simple cup of tea. No rush, no tension. Every morning she would sit down, sip her tea, and whisper, "How to make the $1,000,000 frequency not just visit, but stay within you." Deep-rooted in insecurity, self-sabotaging habits, persistent anxiety. So what you need isn't to do more, but to go deeper. I hold the $1,000,000 versus I live in the $1,000,000. In the beginning, you might force yourself to say, "I'm holding the $1,000,000 frequency." But after enough practice, you no longer have to hold it, because you've become it. That's when affirmations transform into states of presence. You no longer seek prosperity, you are the embodiment of it. A ritual to build inner holding capacity. You've learned how to broadcast the frequency. You've practiced speaking $1,000,000 words. You know how to open your heart to receive. Try this. Each morning, sit quietly for 1 minute. Place your hand on your heart, close your eyes, and whisper, "I am the inner space for millions." I hold this frequency with gratitude. Prosperity cannot leave me because I am one with it. Repeat this daily and you are laying each brick for your inner $1,000,000 reservoir. No rush, just consistency and self-love. A support system to live in the frequency. Prosperity is energy. And like all energy, it needs a stable environment to stay. Uplifting community. Find groups that practice affirmations, share feelings, and celebrate wins together. Resonance is the greatest multiplier. When you drop in frequency, they lift you up. When you're strong, you lift others. Personal positive resources books like Your Word is Your Wand, Florence Scovel. But then a question begins to arise within you, quiet yet intense. How do I make this frequency not just a fleeting moment, but my permanent essence? This is the gift of this part, the gift of sustainability. Because $1,000,000 isn't meant to arrive once and disappear. $1,000,000 comes to stay if you are solid enough inside to hold it, like breathing naturally. The nature of $1,000,000 holding space. Picture a water tank. Water keeps flowing in, but if the tank's walls are too low, it will overflow and spill. You are like that too. You're receiving the flow of prosperity, but if your inner self isn't solid enough, that flow will leak out through the cracks of old fear. Absolute connection with the $1,000,000 frequency. No more searching, only becoming. You were never lacking money. It's just that the world made you believe you had to earn the right to have it. But now you remember. Now every word you speak is a summoning of wealth. Every step you take vibrates doors that once seemed permanently shut. Every thought you hold in love becomes a sacred covenant with the universe. I am ready. I am worthy. I am one with prosperity. The $1,000,000 frequency isn't the destination. It's the starting point. You don't have to reach the finish line because you are the starting line. From now on, you won't just attract money, you'll attract the right people at the right time. Communities resonating with your frequency, souls who need the light you carry. Close your eyes for a moment. You become a financial lighthouse, radiating without effort. Daily practice frequency activation ritual. Each morning, stand in front of the mirror, place your hand over your heart and say, I am one with $1,000,000. There are no blocks, no delays. I am the living embodiment of prosperity. Then right under this video, I am the living $1,000,000 frequency. This isn't just a comment, it's your cosmic declaration. A signal you broadcast into the entire field of wealth. And soon you'll see your words return to you, stronger, brighter, more magical than ever. Share not for views, but for light. If this video reawakened a forgotten part of your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Hit subscribe as a promise to keep this journey alive. Share this video as an energy gift to someone you love. Don't look at your bank balance. Don't wait for a transfer notification. Don't rely on any signal from the outside. Because when you give light, you receive light. Multiplied. Etch this into your heart. You don't need to struggle to be rich. You don't need to hustle to be worthy. You don't need anyone's approval to be prosperous. Because you are the $1,000,000. It's in your eyes, in your voice, in the energetic imprint you leave on every room you walk into. And if one day you forget, come back here. Listen again, write again, feel again. This channel is your frequency home. We awakened souls are remembering together that wealth is not something you achieve. Wealth is what you've always been. See you in the next video, where we'll explore how $1,000,000 expresses itself in every choice, every glance, every ordinary word you speak. Just listen to the beat in your heart. Until then, live like $1,000,000, walk like $1,000,000, love like $1,000,000. Are you ready to let the world know who you really are? If yes, drop a comment. I'm listening, and so is the universe. Can you hear it? That is the sound of the $1,000,000 frequency. It doesn't come from the outside. It doesn't need anyone's permission. It radiates from within you. No middleman, no conditions, no limits. You're no longer searching. You've come home. This entire journey wasn't to make you become someone else. It was to bring you back to your original essence, a soul that is prosperous, radiant, whole, and ready to shine.